Obi Kenobi. Here comes one of the sexuality fights again. There's a book called Padawan, and they have a conversation about kissing Obi-Wan and another character, and people are reading that as in a confirmation that he's bi. Written by some woman named Kirsten White, if I got that right. I read it, and I didn't read it as he's bi. This kind of reminds me of the Babadook randomly becoming a gay pride character. But it's kind of like the Batman thing, when Batman became bi. I don't know if the author is wanting people to think this, or people are projecting what they want onto this. Batman was a little more obvious. This one is a little less obvious. But overall, this is the problem that people don't understand. Every time a sexuality of a character whose sexuality is entirely irrelevant pops up, people say, oh, why are you mad about a fictional character's sexuality? It's not that. What's irritating is that the person, the author, the filmmaker, whoever, decided to make a point out of bringing up this character's sexuality. They're never straight. They never just say, oh, this character's straight, because that wouldn't be cool. They're doing it for clout, and that's the bothersome part. When J.K. Rowling made Dumbledore gay, it has no relevancy to the story. No one ever asked. No one ever asked if Ron Weasley's bisexual. He could still like Hermione, but no one ever asked. No one ever asked Snape's sexuality because it's irrelevant. But when you just say it out of thin air, what's irritating is not the sexuality. It's not that these people are bigots. It's that these people say, they're just seeing right through what you're doing. Now Robin's bisexual. Why? I'm sure it's going to have no point at all other than to get points. So if Obi-Wan is bisexual, just like Lando being pansexual, Lando being pansexual played a role in the movie in what way? In no way. It was just said to get points. It did nothing to the story. Nothing changed as a result of it. And then people are like, oh, why are you mad that he's pansexual? No, we're mad that you keep making a point out of people's sexualities just to get pats on the back from the internet. That's the irritating part. So if you did stuff with it, it'd be fine. Like Dumbledore being gay, that would be great if you did something explaining stuff with it. So why is Dumbledore so shallow and callous towards Harry towards the end? Maybe it's because in his past, he let his love get in the way of what should have been done. And he could have stopped with Grindelwald, whatever the hell. But, he let his feelings for him, like Obi-Wan and Anakin. Obi-Wan not making sure the job is done by cutting Anakin's head off. He let his feelings for him get in the way of what should be done. And then as an older man with Harry, he decides, I'm not going to let that happen twice. That would have been cool character development. Now you see why he becomes this callous, shallow guy in Half-Blood Prince. Because he's been there before, and he made the wrong choice. Because he let his feelings of attachment get in the way. That's how you would implement sexuality into a story. But that's not what they're doing. J.K. Rowling just said it to get pats on the back. And then she was forced to put it in a weird situation where you could easily clip it out of the movie for these countries like China that you want to get their blood money, or the Middle East. And she just had to throw it in there. So if him being bi plays a role in the story, which it won't, that'd be fine. But it won't. It's like his pansexuality of Lando doesn't. It's like Robin being bi or Batman being bi, it doesn't. It's just you making a point out of doing it to get pats on the back. That's what people get irritated by. People say it's woke, that's what they mean. Like and subscribe.